Welcome back to the show. On Friday, the TBRA late models made a stop at Motordrome Speedway. The True Par 100 was the third of 4 100 lappers at the track this year. So on to the highlights. The front row consisted of the number 3 of Jeff Brown, who led the most laps in the last 100 lapper here in June and finished second. To his outside was the winner of that race, Glenn Galt Jr. in the orange 32. However, before a lap is completed, there was an incident which eliminated a few cars, including that of 2011 Piney Lasky Memorial winner Jimmy Carter in the 28 machine. After the restart, Brown and Galt raced door to door for a couple of laps before Galt secured the spot. While Jeff Amsdale ran third, Barry Audi in the 75 would work the inside of Wade Minier for fourth place. 10 laps in, we have Steve Black in the orange number 1 up to fourth after starting ninth. And behind him is fast qualifier Neil Brown in the 98, who started 11th. Here he takes fifth from Minier. Amsdale's night came to an end after contact with Black on lap 17. After Black went pit side and to the rear of the field, Neil Brown moved up to third. His teammate Adam Kostelnik in the 14 ducks inside of Minier on the restart to claim fourth. On lap 20, Neil Brown displaces Jeff Brown for the runner-up position, with Galt still in the lead. A couple of drivers with strong runs were George Scorer III in the 65 and Matt Barnt in the 55. Scorer came into the race leading the series points, with Barnt in the number 2 spot. Damage during the initial yellow flag could not deter Scorer. Brown, who had won 6 races this season, including a 100-lap TBRA event in May and was leading the points entering the event, eventually passed Galt for the lead on lap 35. At the halfway point, Audi moved to the inside of Kostelnik to claim the 4th position as they exited turn 2. With a long green flag run, Brown built up a quarter of a lap lead over Galt during the middle stages of the race. On lap 68, Scorer reached the top 5 with this pass of Kostelnik going through 3 and 4. A caution on lap 74 gives the other drivers another chance to see if they have anything for Neil Brown. He pulls away while Jeff Brown and Galt race for second, with Scorer and Audi behind them. Kostelnik runs in the 6th position. Then as they go through turns 3 and 4, Jeff Brown bobbles, opening the door for Scorer to move into the 4th spot, coming to the line. On lap 83, Scorer passed Audi for third, then made this move with 8 laps to go to take over second place from Galt. Neil Brown would take the checkers in the True Par 100 by a quarter of a lap over Scorer. Neil, congratulations on a dominating win. Of course, they make it interesting with those inverts.
Yeah, we had a good car tonight, and I got to thank my crew chief, Jim Alborn, did a great job. But one thing about the inverts with time trials, everybody, you know, all the cars are pretty equal, pretty good cars, so it makes interesting racing.
I was going to say, even with that invert, you had a strong car and made it look easy coming through a stellar field.
I got to give a lot of credit to Harley and Port City Racing Chassis. We've been struggling here at Motordrome for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we've been on the phone with him this week, and he gave us a different setup, and it was the right setup. I got to give him a lot of thanks, and my crew chief, Jim Alborn, did a great job.
In years past, you've always been the top winner here, but you always took weeks off and never ran for a championship. Are we going to see you run for it this year?
We probably will. We took a week off intentionally, you know, so we weren't in the points league, because I don't like to race for points, and ended up they got rained out. We were down Tennessee riding quads. So Mr. Bentz has been good to me, and we're going to give her a whirl here and see what happens.
Of course, the Piney Lasky Memorial is only about a month away. I'd say you're pretty well set up for that one.
Well, you know, we started out at the beginning of the year, and we had a pretty dominant race car. We went through like a 3 or 4 week spell. This heat and the track getting slippery, it changed, and our setup didn't work. So 4 or 5 weeks away, the track could change again.
George solid run in second, but I'm sure you would like to have a restart there beside Brown with 26 to go.
Yeah, once we got through traffic from the first lap incident, we had a pretty good hot rod, and to battle with him would have been a great race to put on for the fans. I just wish we could have had enough laps or a caution to do it.
And a solid run keeps you on the top of the points in the TBRA series.
Well, that's it. After the first lap, I thought we were having major problems with the rear of the car, but we were just riding it out for the longest time, and then cars started falling off once the tires wore through, and we just kept getting stronger and stronger.
So it's Neil Brown picking up his second 100-lapper of the season ahead of George Scorer III, Glenn Galt Jr., Barry Audie, and Matt Barnt. 2 races remain with the series this season: the Piney Lasky Memorial at Motordrome and a second 100-lapper at C&B Bank Raceway Park. Both will pay $5,000 to the winner. We will go back to Motordrome for more highlights in the next segment, as well as a return to McKean County Raceway. Keep it here.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVaytown. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.